Hey guys, Vazi Doctor here. It's been a while. I am back home. But before we get into the video, I just want to let you know the video is time-stamped. So you can hover over or tap the video control bar to just skip to any part of the video that you'd like. So let's go. But first, I just want to thank everybody who supported the concert. Whether it was attending the concert, leaving a contribution, or helping out with the operations of the concert. And a big thank you to all the churches who gave their support. Thanks to Pastor Hay for the online support. And if I continue to call names, I might get myself into trouble. So I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who came out and supported. And if you would like to continue to support the journey, we take a brief intermission to show you some of the ways in which you can give. In recent events, the school has been plunged into a period of mourning due to the passing of our executive director, Dr. Ram Chalasani. I remember when I first stepped on campus and a member of staff, he sent a member of staff ahead of him to approach me and ask me if I wanted to become the school's social media ambassador, and I gladly said yes. My time as the social media ambassador was short, but the impact was great because at this point we have a greater number of Jamaican students on campus, which was the hope of this whole initiative. And it was because of this post, it allowed me to better understand the workings of social media. It has added another skill set to my list so that I can use social media to my advantage. In addition, I was this year's recipient of the Student Impact Award, helping future students become more aware of the institution, boosting current students' morale. All of that paid off. Now, if you made it this far, just go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. So this year, it's a totally different setup because we had 2 courses this quarter. So for example, in one course, there's going to be 4 sub-courses. So we'll be taught physiology, which is basically the normal functions of the body. You have the pharmacology, that tells us how to treat the disease. You have the pathology, which is a study of what goes wrong with the physiology. And then you have principles of medicine that ties all 3 together. So second year is all about integration, as how medicine really is. And for many of us on our first go of it, it was quite rough because we didn't really understand how to, put everything together. And I ain't gonna lie, a couple of weeks, the grades were looking like cash pot numbers. So I, like many of my classmates, we managed to pull it together for one of the midterms and a couple of the weeks leading up to finals. But that still wasn't enough to feel safe enough going into the finals. So at school here, at our school, finals is worth 20%. And I needed 15% to, pass the course. And by all indications, that was not going to be easy. So imagine for a moment having to study 200 plus concepts to only be tested on, say, about 75 of them. That was no easy feat. But we tried. We had our late night study sessions. We made quiz questions. We taught each other the concepts. All of those are study techniques you can find on YouTube. But we did our best. And at the exam time, it was approaching. So the day of the first exam came and the environment was really tense because we knew that too many wrong questions could spell disaster. We all spent a long time in the exam room. We were reading every single line because anything could be a clue that could give us the correct answer. And we could check our scores at each section of the quiz, but I was like, nope, because if I had gotten a low grade, for me, I think it would decrease the will to go on and decrease the fighting spirit, moving on to the next section. So I decided not to. We came out to the exam late evening and I was feeling a bit distraught. I still hadn't checked my grades because, I was already cutting my losses already. I thought I hadn't passed. So I was just repositioning myself for the next exam. Before our nightly study sessions, I had found some revision material that put everything in the course together in a nice little bundle. And that I had found out had put me in a better position when I was revising. Alright, so when you're studying for finals, med students especially, it is best for you to have concise notes going into the finals because it is near impossible to study each and everything that you learn throughout the semester. So what I'd suggest, you gather with some of your friends, and while you're in class, you take notes, because normally when the lecture, they tend to list out the main points, or they talk more on the main points. So the more of you gather on that, it makes the work a bit lighter. So when you come around to major test times, it becomes a whole lot easier to study. Anyway, on the morning of the next exam, I decided with much nervousness to check my exam scores of the previous exam, and much to my surprise, I passed. And what that did, it added some new strength to carry on to the next exam. And after that exam, I did not hesitate to check my scores, and I had passed that one too. All I know is that now reached me come January now. So during the break, I have been reading the relevant topics, making notes so that I can be more familiar with the content come next year. So my takeaway from last quarter would be learn from your past experiences, and if the situation arises again, you know what to do next time. Remember, repeating the same thing, expecting a different result is madness. Alright, that is it guys. Be sure to like the video, it does wonders for me, and share if you found the information helpful. Until next time, see you soon, Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year when it comes.